Holy Grail.
What's going on, guys? It's Pat Voss. Usually the vlog series Monday through Friday you can catch on YouTube and Patreon. Saturdays are my interview series shows, and of course Sunday is the Q&A sessions. And by the way, shout out to Amir Gray, thatgrayguy.com, for the intro for my Q&A sessions, and my father Ed Voss for doing the vocals to the intro. But first, let's get to today. Today is an interview Saturday special. It is, today we have the keynote speaking author, life coach, author of Possess Your Success, sold on Amazon. It's Andrew Mcdonald. How you doing, Andrew?
Hey, how are you doing? How's everything going on your end?
Good. I mean, busy just as yourself. Definitely selling, doing some merchandise sales here, Honesty Podcast on Spreadshirt. But how about yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm really excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm really just excited to be able to share some awesome stuff with your audience, and I'm ready to do this. Let's get to it.
All right, let's get down to it then.
Yeah.
So obviously, as people know, like I said before, Monday through Friday used to be a Monday through Sunday thing, was a vlog series. That got a little too strenuous, as a lot of people would know. You can't juggle too many things at once. So I was trying to do the interview series with the vlog and a Q&A special, all 7 days a week. That didn't happen, so now we're down to Monday through Friday. But I love this interview series that's starting, getting a lot of great guests, getting yourself, getting pro MMA fighters, play-by-play announcers and broadcasters is a lot of fun. But for people at home that don't know you, Andrew, what is it that you do?
Sure. So I'm a speaker, like you said, a speaker, author, blogger, coach, and I do all of that to help people be successful in life. I want to help people set and achieve their goals that they want to see out of life. So that's essentially what I do. I started the business in 2014, but really the seeds came way, way before that. When I was a kid, I always knew I wanted to do something special with my life and impact other people. And that thought got me through some real tough points in my life, through my parents' divorce, through some times in college where I was struggling to make ends meet, and I still had to provide for my own family back at home. I mean, through struggling through trying to figure out where I was going to go in my career and and through grad school, all of these things, it was a struggle after struggle after struggle. There was times where I was even like, I had infections, and I almost died of infection at one point in my life. So all of these things were happening, and I was just struggling, but I knew that I had a higher purpose in life. So really that thought, it carried me through. I never once feared for the worst, because I knew I had that confidence that I was going to make it past this and move on and do greater things. And so now I'm following through on this promise, and I wanted to help other people get through their struggles, and I wanted to learn from the best. So I studied people from Bill Gates to Steve,
Jobs?
found Steve Jobs, all of these people and successful people like Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk, all of these people that are doing great things out there with their lives, or have done great things with their lives, and just figured out, okay, what are they doing differently that we are, and try to find the commonalities. And that's what really brought Possess Your Success and my business together. And I'm really studying those folks and learning how they became successful. And I came up with 3 things that I call the limitless success method, which I put in my book, Possess Your Success, to help people to really understand how to get your words, your thoughts, and your actions towards the success that you want to achieve out of life. So that's essentially it. I started this business in 2014. I was inspired because of some other coaches and speakers. I saw what they were doing. I was like, I could do that. I can do this. And so I started doing it, and here I am. I got my own book out. I did a crowdfunding campaign in which I raised some $1,000, over $1,000 towards helping disadvantaged high school youth.
Oh, nice.
I got I got motivational speaking going on. I got speaking engagements. I'm booking left and right. I mean, there's so many things that I'm doing right now because of the singular thought, being able to take the right steps and actions, and then really putting them into focus to help other people be successful.
I like that. And something you brought up, you said about commonality and what is common ground between you and the very successful people, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey. Speaking of commonalities and common ground, you and I have something in common.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
That would have to be a man by the name of John Lee Dumas.
Yes. He is an awesome guy.
And here's the thing, and a lot of people that have seen my show saw the late night mix-up that I did before Honesty Podcast, which did very well as far as social media. But I started all that, and I started talking to people about it, starting on the Freedom Journal, End of Days, the last 3 hours of the Kickstarter campaign on Blab. Blab, rest in peace, obviously, it's no longer with us. But talk to John Lee Dumas and talk to Kate Erickson. But for you, you were interviewed by him, were you not?
Correct. It's actually launching pretty soon. I think it's either February 7th or February 8th. I think it's February 8th. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. I was interviewed as a guest as part of his Mastery Journal campaign. He's doing another crowdfunding campaign to help people to really focus and increase their productivity through journaling. And if it's anything like his Freedom Journal, oh my gosh, it is going to be amazing. And if you don't know what the Freedom Journal is, it's the journal that that John Lee Dumas has created to help people, anybody really, from entrepreneurs to general people, to really achieve their number one goal in 100 days. And you go step by step journaling each and every day your progress. And it is absolutely amazing. So I really dig his stuff.
Well, me too, and that's what I'm trying to have, actually, other than yourself, too. I contacted Kate and John and seeing if they can appear as guests and interview our guests on the show here. Not exactly sure as far as, for you, you do have that niche where that would make sense for you to be on JLD's show, EO Fire. And if anybody doesn't know what that is, and I'm not going to try to plug other people's shows too much because we're talking to Andrew here, at EOFire.com, obviously. But also with your Possess Your Success, I heard you say that you were booking now all these keynote speaking engagements and the speaking engagements. And to me, that is amazing because you can start from just having an idea and you go all the way to where you're launching a book, where you have your website, where you're on social media, you're speaking and you're having meetings all day. Like that is your thing. And I couldn't be more proud to consider you a friend of mine.
That's awesome. I really appreciate that, Patrick. And it's not all glitter and glamour. Trust me, it has been a slog. Just doing all the prep work, getting prepared for these moments. Putting in the practice, and not to mention all the fear and doubt, and all the things that just pop up, unexpected expenses. All of these things happen on your path to success, and that's exactly what I talk about in my book, is how to handle the fear and the negative emotions that hold you back from your success. You have to be ready for it because it's going to happen. If you have big enough goals, there are going to be things that are going to come up, and there are going to be obstacles that happen that just come out of nowhere and stop you from day one. And, I've been through a lot of those things, and I'm sure there are more to come because my goals are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And so I'm going to see a lot more obstacles, but that's something you just have to be prepared for on your path to success.
And I'm hoping a lot of our listeners and a lot of the viewers to this, either on your website or on Honesty Podcast on YouTube or Patreon, I'm hoping they understand that, like you said, nothing is easy. Nothing comes easy, doesn't come to you right away. And a lot of people see, podcasters or yourself out there talking, and they're like, oh, that looks so easy. Well, it takes a lot of hard work to make it look that simple. And I know a lot of people hear that and they don't believe it, but it does. Every little step is planned. Every little step is planned. I mean, getting you to the interview, I made sure that your schedule is, you have to go from making sure our schedules match to making sure that we have the right audio and video set up, making sure that I know the questions that are coming in and researching you on your website and researching, your book and things that you've done as speaking engagements. I mean, I need to have some knowledge behind it, or I can't just go in blind, because if I go in blind in an interview, I'm dead already at the door.
Exactly. And, not to scare off your listeners or anything, but I'm just letting you know that it's going to be tough, but it is doable. That's the thing. It is doable with the right thoughts, the right words, and the right actions. And that's what I want your viewers to get most from this interview, is that it's doable. You just have to take those right thoughts, words, and actions. You have to build that plan. You have to execute on that plan, and then you will begin seeing results.
And see, I like that. You're very upfront and honest about it, but you know how to get through to people. That's something I'm looking for, and that's why I have folks like yourself and trying to get JLD and Kate Erickson. I'm trying to get people that inspire others. You get up, you do your speaking engagements, but you do it with a passion. You actually enjoy what you do.
Absolutely.
And I know this is unedited, but you worked your ass off to get to where you're at. Okay?
That's definitely true.
People should recognize that, and I don't think enough people do.
Right.
So other than your book and things like that, you already answered the question that I had going, is when did you know that you wanted to do this? So I already have that down. There is a question, though. If you could do anything other than what you're currently doing, what would it be?
If I could do anything than what I was currently doing, I think I would want to do something. So I do have a background in IT and information technology. I'm actually currently doing that to this day as well. So I think I would do some kind of consulting business within IT. I have plenty of experience in there, and I know exactly. I know my skills are well desired, so I know I could be successful in that area as well. Although I'm just not as necessarily passionate about it as I am about, speaking and motivating others to succeed.
And here's something before we get off of here today. There's something I wanted to quickly, shoot out to you. Is I know you came on my show, and I really, really appreciate you coming on my show. Hopefully down the road, I'll be able to come on, and let's say you're doing a podcast, I'll be able to come on a show of yours in order to, in the future, when things start going, because obviously, everybody knows I now have Spreadshirt.com open for the Honesty Podcast, clothing and hats and mugs and all that. I have Patreon running, so it's all in how you work the business. And I will look forward to actually grabbing my copy of the Freedom Journal, like you had mentioned before, as well as your Possess Your Success book.
Absolutely, yeah. And one thing I'm doing that's coming up, it's in the works right now, is a course that goes along with my book. So I want to be able to instruct you through videos, through group coaching, and even one-on-one coaching to help you, guide you through your goals, to set up that plan and help you achieve your goals that way as well. So that's something I'm really excited about, and I'm hoping to find some, this is something, one of my great ideas that I want to include is have people such as yourself do like interviews like this, and have it available as part of the course. Just have an interview, figure out how you got to where you got to, maybe highlight one of the principles that I discuss in the course and how you've used it in your life to become successful, to become the success that you are today. So that would be perfect. We'll definitely talk about that more when I have more, development around the course. But yeah.
Yeah, when you have that said, I mean, I have no problem doing another setup interview for that, and then highlighting the principles of your course, because I believe a person that like you, when you can see it in your eyes, you can see it in the way that you like carry yourself. You are very passionate about what you do, and that's something that I think, and that's like you said, all our listeners, it is doable, and that's what you need to understand. If you have that true passion for it, you have that drive for it, go after it, and definitely do not forget. No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that, it's funny you say that because, it's available out to you right now. And a lot of people, especially today, a lot of people are celebrating the inauguration of Donald Trump and everything to presidency. But a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are nervous about how this is going to go, how the country is going to move forward, from the Obama administration. My opinion, I'm not worried about it. I'm worried about what I can control and what I can do to become successful. You know, he is not, Donald Trump is not the president of Andrew Mcdonald. You know, he's not the president of the McDonald household. Neither was Obama, neither was Bush. Andrew Mcdonald is the president of Andrew Mcdonald and Andrew Mcdonald's household, because I control that sphere. I control that area. I control what happens to me and the effect I have on others. So that's what I'm going to focus on. Focus on influencing that way. And then if you don't like what people are doing, then you can go and try to influence other people to be in line with what you want to do. But you have to have a sphere of control. And that's one thing that I think a lot of people are missing, you know, and that's what I like to teach, you know, when I talk to other people. So.
And that's something I'm glad you brought up about the inauguration, and I'm not going to get anything into that. But as far as the you controlling your own destiny, basically, you control what you can control, and I like that, because and all I got to say is, you know, God bless entrepreneurs and podcasters, because people like you and me, we try to take on the world by ourselves. That's what it is. I mean, there's not, in this realm, we are our own boss.
Right.
We have to make our schedule, keep with it, work our butts off, and make sure that we get to that next level, and we do it on our own, or with, you know, obviously we'll do co-ops with people and things like that too, and coaches, and but seriously, I envy what you do now. I envy your position, and I'll make sure in the coming months that I am in your current position, doing those speaking engagements and taking care of business that way.
Right.
One thing I did want to say, though, is I already told the people here, you can find your Possess Your Success book online at Amazon.com. Also, PossessYourSuccess.com, the website. But since people can reach me at Honesty Podcast on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and PatVoss12 on Snapchat, where can they reach you other than your main website, if you'd like to give one?
Sure, yeah, definitely. I'm available on Instagram at Possess Your Success. I am just killing it on Periscope. I am just so excited about what I'm teaching. I am just giving so much content away for free. They should lock me up, because it should be illegal. Like, I just can't. Oh man, it excites me. And then you can find me on Periscope or on Twitter. It's the same handle at PossessYS. And then on Facebook, go to facebook.com/PossessYourSuccess, where I take a lot of the videos, a lot of the content that I distribute on other places. I put it on my Facebook page, so you can find it there. And then you can also connect with me on LinkedIn, Andrew Mcdonald. Look for Andrew Mcdonald, MBA, M as in Mary, B-A, and then you should be able to pull me up quickly. But
it is. It's real quick to actually pull you up. I saw it there on LinkedIn.
Yeah. So all of those places, those are the best places to find me, other than my website, definitely.
And so this has been Andrew Mcdonald, author of Possess Your Success. You can find him at PossessYourSuccess.com. And, of course, he is a life coach and a speaker, a keynote speaker as well. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Andrew, thank you so much for sitting in with this interview. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I do want to tell you one quick thing that would really benefit your audience. If you have some major goals out there, I am doing a 30-day visualization challenge. And that's another thing that I talk about in my book, visualization, the power of visualization and how it works. And if you have some goals, concentrate on them, and I will help you to do that using my visualization challenge. You commit to 15 minutes per day, just 15 minutes, visualizing, focusing on the goals that you want to see happen in 2017. And I provide videos, inspirational emails, and reminders to help you along the way, keep you accountable to those visualization goals that you have. So if you're interested, go to PossessYourSuccess.com/visualization, and you can join me and over 100 other people visualize their goals and crush it in 2017.
I really, really appreciate it. And next week we have Matt the Axe Brax on. Next week we have Amir Gray from thatgrayguy.com. And then the following week we have Matt the Axe Brax, the amateur MMA fighter. But for now, I've been Pat Voss. This is Andrew Mcdonald. We'll see you next week for another great interview series.
Have a great night.